Hi, good evening to you. Yeah, the Blake Street Tenant Union formed about 2 years ago and is still holding strong. However, there are loopholes in the law that don't totally protect them or other tenants' unions. So that is why Connecticut lawmakers are now trying to pass a federal law to give them more rights.
I moved into the Blake Street apartments in the middle of winter without heat and lacking landlord communication.
Sophie Candle is one of many now part of a movement happening across the state where tenants are pushing back against the abuse of power by several landlords.
That's all we ask for in a home is safety, security, stability.
The Blake Street Tenant Union is the first in the state to win a collectively bargained lease agreement with extra protections for renters. This after the building's owner tried to evict 17 individuals and families with no explanation.
I'm proud of Connecticut as a state that our senators are the ones introducing this legislation.
U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal and others are introducing a new bill to give federal protections for tenants when they form a union and provide them resources. Blumenthal says the proposal targets those who live in government-supported housing.
So we're talking about housing that's inhabited by Section 8 tenants. They receive a subsidy under Section 8, or any landlord that borrowed with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac backing.
Which Blumenthal says applies to a quarter of all housing across the country.
What this proposal is doing is essentially bolstering the details of retaliation protections to cover more tenants, for more tenants organizations to sort of be formally recognized and have standing.
Luke Melanakos Harrison with the Connecticut Tenants Union says it would also close an existing loophole in our state, where after a half a year, people lose protections against landlord retaliation.
Once a tenant organization is created and is formed and is active, it is protected. There's not this kind of like 6-month cutoff after which you're just vulnerable to retaliation again. So that would be a major improvement upon existing state law.
Now back out here live, the Blake Street Tenant Union leaders tell us they are working with a local nonprofit right now to try to buy out this land and become their own landlords. In the meantime, when it comes to this proposal that we're referencing here, Senator Blumenthal tells us he plans to take it straight to Washington when he returns next Tuesday. For now, we are live in New Haven. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.